Out of the tribunal, there's been settlements in the past, and have those settlements all been made in cash? Ms. Grosz?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Every single settlement.
My experience has been that every single one of these settlements has been sui generis. Most of the settlements that were made in the past were before sanctions.
So
and in fact, before...
I only have 2 minutes, but to be clear, when we've had settlements, the payments to Iran have been made in cash payments, not wire transfers, not checks, not any other form. It's a cash payment, like what we did with the $1.7 billion. Is that fair?
I am not aware that they ever have, but they have all been different and been done on their own merit. Some were done by checks, some were done by wire transfers.
Right, so that's my point. So this payment did not have to be made in cash. The payment could have been made in the form that others were made, whether it was a check or a wire transfer. You were not prohibited from using a wire transfer or a check. You didn't have to send cash, is my point. Is that correct?
I can't really, speak to that. I do know that Iran was having very serious banking problems because of sanctions, and I think my colleague can speak more to that.
You've used wire transfers and checks in the past, yes?
Well, we've used checks in the past, but to my knowledge, Treasury doesn't cut checks anymore.
So if the president says due to international sanctions against Iran, the payment made in euro and Swiss francs and other currencies had to be made in cash, you're telling me that, no, that's not true. We've actually made other forms of payment through the tribunal.
Congressman, I can speak to that. Sure. These other payments were before the period of the intense international sanctions that we had on Iran, those sanctions that we worked closely with this Congress to implement.
So you put the handcuffs on yourself at the... I want to make a couple of quick questions. Did Iran request the money come in cash payment?
The terms of this deal for Iran were that they would get an immediate refund of the principal. For them, the critical need was that they got immediate access so that they could address the critical economic needs that they had. And at the time, our people that were facilitating these transactions felt that the only way to provide that immediate payment... So
they didn't ask for cash, but you made sure that they got this money, the $400 and the $1.3 billion. They get immediate access to it. It's untraceable. And per media reports, this money has gone to the military, not for the benefit of the Iranian people. My time is up.